Alright, let me just start sending out.
Yeah, notifications and stuff. I'm gonna message Kat.
I could have put wholesome sibling energy.
You could have. You can do that in a different one, maybe.
But I've already got all the thingies, the thingy-doos put in the chat.
Oh my gosh. Today is also MCC Scuffed. And Ronva's push notification was, I got a random guy to play MCC for me. Let's see how this goes. I can't wait to watch the VOD of that.
Yeah, alright. Remember, we are live.
I know. I can talk about things. Besides, I don't think anybody's here yet.
It could be here, you don't know that.
I could also open a Twitch tab, like, on here. I have the shortcut for it for a reason.
Oh, I forgot to vote in
So
here.
many people are playing Splatoon 3. I wonder why.
Yeah, alright.
Cupcake here. Hello.
Let's keep on topic. Which is currently I'm sending out notifications. I don't have
It's hard to talk about sending out notifications. Also, don't control me. You know I can't be controlled.
Okay, yes, but I would like you to stay on topic, please.
Okay, but how am I supposed to work with this?
Are-
Notifications are great. They let you know about all of the things happening in the world.
Which is why you should subscribe and ding the bell if you're over on YouTube's end. Alright,
You
okay.
can also follow on Twitch.
Yeah!
You best be following.
Gosh. Alright, so hold on, let me switch this over. From the starting soon to the gaming. Now, it may look a little weird at first because
We're in the void.
we're in the void.
We're cozy in the void.
Hi everyone, I'm Sapphire Dixon, and I'm here with my sister Serenity of Waffles, or Serenity of Amber. You have multiple handles that you go by.
It's Serenity of something or other.
Yeah.
Which would also be a great handle. I need to save that one for later. I'm Serenity of something.
Isn't this a depressing game to play with your sibling? Possibly.
Yes. However.
But say, I haven't loaded up the game because the game starts up as soon as you load it.
Mm-hmm.
Laughs also in multiple handles. Yes, you have
See,
many.
exactly.
Ah!
Is there a way to make that silent? Can you do that? Instead of jump scaring us in every stream we have. Because the amount of times I've had to turn that off for you. It's mildly annoying.
Yeah. So that's why when I did Monster Hunter the other day, I didn't have the notification for 2 o'clock because I was worried I was going to go overtime and suddenly be like, All right. Anyways, so today we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch, and I'm going to start it up shortly here. I am going to give a slight content warning, though.
Death. There's a lot of death.
There's a lot of death. So this is a, Hello! Yeah. So this is a game about death, and it deals with some very serious topics.
Mm-hmm.
If you are under the age of 13, which you're not supposed to be watching this over on YouTube's end if you are, I highly recommend you skip out on this.
Yeah. Come back in a few years.
Also,
if you remember.
If you have mental illness and you feel like hearing about death could possibly set you off in a bad direction,
Don't do it.
Don't
Be
watch
safe.
this. Like,
Be safe.
viewer discretion is strongly advised.
There's also specifically a lot of child death.
Yeah.
So if you're sensitive to that, also.
Okay, so we're gonna boot up the game now. We'll be switching every 30 minutes or so.
Who's playing?
Who is playing?
And you'll be able to tell who it is because they'll be the one who's like closer to the middle.
Yeah. So let me just pull that up, and then so that way I can switch it
For demonstration.
Demonstrative purposes.
Oh my gosh, Steam told me that you're playing Edith Finch.
Yeah.
Wow, I'd have never guessed.
Yeah, it does that. Game by Giant Sparrow.
Giant Sparrow makes great games.
The two that they've made so far.
The two that they've done so far, and then the one that they're working on, I'm really excited for.
Why is it... There's supposed to be music there. Why is...
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah, I can hear. There we go. Bum, ba-dum, bum.
Let's go cheetah closer.
Yeah, there was in fact music, and it was there.
Wasn't there for me. I don't know why.
Sometimes
Oh, I have to move.
Yeah, you have to move. Remember?
Oh gosh. Okay, there's like feathers, an old Chinese container, and a cigarette butt on the ground.
Yeah, how much can you look around? Nope.
How do...
Yeah, what button? I think it might be a button, maybe? Or like a D-pad?
Oh! Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of that.
And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning with the house.
As terrifying as this is, I want a house like that. I want a house that just screams.
Did we
Someone
jump
signed up
the
for a
fence?
but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Yeah, we jumped the fence.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
I love his shirt. And that. He's got an ink splatter shirt.
Oh yeah, that's very, very nice. Can I run? No, but I can zoom.
Look! Look!
It's so
I lived
pretty.
here until I was 11.
Foxgloves.
But I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That's a little weird, Edith.
That's a little funky. The foxgloves are so pretty. I
Oh, with
love
this.
their mailbox. Because it matches the house.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oops.
Oh, we forgot to start.
Oh,
Stop.
oops. This is fine.
This is fine. A little scuff
I
won't
hadn't
hurt.
been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Bonk. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted.
Well, good thing we're not trespassing.
Nope. This is our
You know,
house.
my mother
Our
left me a key,
house.
but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
In the middle of our woods.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, which path are you taking?
I'm gonna take this one.
Oh, why does everyone take that one?
Is this the way I'm supposed to go?
You can take either path, but everyone chooses the forest path. Nobody chooses the road ever. I have seen so many playthroughs of this game. I think you get an achievement for going back and doing both, so we can do both.
Yeah.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Where? Hoof, where? I want to see the horse prints.
Horse?
Can tell who's the horse girl.
It might also be like deer wandering through. I forgot about that.
You're so pretty.
Hi, door.
Ah, yes! A door!
Little things I pick up. Why is the thing not bouncing?
It bounces when we talk.
I know it bounces when we talk. We're talking.
truth
Why is it
is-
not bouncing?
Even
It's just
after I
Vito too,
inherited the house, I
because
never
I'm not
thought I'd
clicked
come
on
back
it.
to it.
Mm.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh gosh.
Let's go back and do the other path.
Yeah, I love that music sting. It's so good. Every time it comes in.
Yeah. Just,
The
I will-
leitmotif of the entire game.
yeah.
I would love.
Would you believe that this is only Giant Sparrow's second game?
Yeah! Their first game was, there's a bunch of references to their first game in this one, and I think they're gonna do the same thing with their third game eventually
I'm
when
not
that
quite there yet.
happens. Forest is very pretty. As people who live in the middle of nowhere,
Well,
forests are very pretty.
we don't really have a forest.
We don't really have a forest, but they're pretty. But yeah, their first game, Unfinished Swan, was also really good and creative.
We're not playing that because
it-
one, we don't have it, and two, because I get horrendously motion sick.
Yeah, I would have to play the entire first segment. After the first segment, it's better, but the first segment has been known to cause a lot of motion sickness. But it's such a cool game with such a cool concept, and the storytelling in it's really great.
Flower.
Foxgloves. They're poisonous.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah! They're like really poisonous. They're super pretty, but don't eat them.
There's two.
It's a circle.
Oh, I didn't know it was a circle.
I think you can go backwards just like a little bit in this area. Maybe.
I tried it. We couldn't go
Okay.
very far.
I couldn't remember if you did or not.
So, oh, this is cool
the woods
though.
around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Yeah, see, achievement unlocked
As
all
if
roads.
they're about to say something, but never do.
Is there anything in the stump?
Nope,
Nope,
just stump.
Just stump.
If I lived there, I would go out and sit on that stump constantly.
Yeah, you would. I probably would also.
And then we'd go out there and do like art
Yes.
and just vibe and like play music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Truck. Oh, you can actually read the license plate.
Washington, JRM 1187. It's one of them cool old trucks.
Mm-hmm. Big cheek.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
Yeah. Let me see.
So many missing posters.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. She's got like a little ring on her necklace.
Mm-hmm. Like a feathery bit, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder where she got the ring. I have some ideas, but I'm not going to say them because they're spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing this huge, giant house
As a
covered
child,
in...
The house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
like covered in greenery and all dirty and abandoned.
Yeah.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Got like a ramp. You probably don't remember this, but at one of the great-grandparents' house, they had a ramp like this, because one of them was wheelchair-bound.
Yeah, I did not know that. I know nothing. I
You
know
were
pretty much
very
nothing
young.
about
I was also
great-grandparents.
very young. Leaves on the porch.
The deck is very nice. It's a nice
I'm
deck.
surprised that it's held up this well.
I mean, it is meant to be outside.
Gary's potting mix.
It's a lot of fertilizer.
Can I sit? No, cannot sit.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Peek.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Yeah. You can really tell that it was just kind of left there.
Mm-hmm. It's always very strange to assign, like, it's very strange but very human to assign personality to, like, places and things.
Mm-hmm.
But especially a house that's
on the
been
other
this
side?
lived in.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh! That's the basement!
Yeah, the window texture's a little funky.
Yeah.
So I think what they did was they took a picture of the objects on the other side and
then
just
did
put
the
it there
flat
in the
image.
window.
But yeah, that's super neat. I wish there was, like, a crouch button. Maybe. To see them better.
Nope.
Look at the little fence! That fence is going to do absolutely nothing.
Sometimes fences are just there to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
I'm surprised that those aren't run through the ground.
What?
The electric and such.
They probably keep those up. Like, I mean, because electricity is so dangerous when it's, like, snapped.
Mm-hmm.
Though, I wouldn't expect any wires of electricity to be, like, running actual power to this house after
Yeah, currently, no.
it's been abandoned for so long. At least that's what it seems.
Wind chime.
Is that the leitmotif?
I think it might be. You can look through the fence before you do that.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a little hole you can look through.
Usually people associate memories, smells, and tastes to certain places and objects, so in some cases inanimate objects can seem human. Yeah,
I do not want to imagine the smell of this
Felt like
house.
it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I've never really assigned anything like that to, like, any of the houses we've lived in, except for maybe my grandmother's house. Just because they've been so... None of them have ever felt permanent.
Grandma's house specifically has a slight, like, hint of cinnamon to it every time we enter.
Oh, yeah. And the color scheme is so specific.
Mm-hmm. Let's try going through the doggy door.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've done that multiple times.
You can actually fit, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, I can probably still fit.
They left the freezer door open. I wonder if they did that to make sure that, things wouldn't, like, go moldy.
Mm-hmm. They got a kiddie pool and some bikes. Honestly, if you live out in the middle of the woods and you don't have bikes, what are you doing?
Yeah. There's a soldering iron.
Oh, yeah.
Vice grip. Someone was building something. Hot glue gun with no cord. That's weird.
I think I know where that goes. Grain glow?
Yeah.
Wood stainer.
Wood shiner.
Wood shiner.
And someone smoked. Because there's a Zippo lighter. And
Doesn't surprise me,
no.
knowing what we know.
Well, and there's a good amount of people who smoke in the world, so it's not necessarily surprising that someone in this house does. Or did. Pots and pans. I wonder if there was... Oh, what's this?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Yeah.
Lots of...
I never knew about the tennis ball thing that people do with cars until I play this game.
I didn't realize what the purpose was for it. I knew that it was a thing that happened.
Time in years.
January 2020. Must have been when they left. I love the
felt like
attention
I
to
was
detail.
home.
There's so much. This game thrives on it.
Yeah. There's a specific feeling I get when we go and walk into Grandma's house, or at least there used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the same feeling that Edith is feeling right now. Of, like, as strange as it was, I felt like I was home. Because we did live in Grandma's house for a while.
Mm-hmm. I remember not thinking of this house as home for so long, because that just felt so much more like home to me, even years after, even when I had friends here, even when I had more memories here and I'd been living here longer, that was still home to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's this? Orange tabby.
I think it's an alcohol.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, just looking at all of these cans of
But in
tuna
seeing
and
the
plates
family,
left
they were
out,
just
Are they-
memories of one.
I don't want to think of how this house smells.
Well, if the cans were open, it'd probably smell pretty bad.
Even if they're closed, though, like, it's been
Like how
so
after Louis
long.
started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon, except our cat, Molly.
Okay, yeah, so this is salmon. She wanted to make an apple pie, it seems. Or someone did. Oh, I love that warp on the glass.
Boo-ba-doo-boo.
Fancy.
I wonder who's gonna stop him.
Rack is so shit.
Oh my gosh! I want it! I want it! That's so cool!
It's so cool. I like the framing.
Yeah, this entire kitchen is very nice. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the way the oven looks.
Yeah. Cosmic cuisine.
Tasting Thailand. Smoke in the forest.
Interesting. So are those ones all the same? Oh, I'm like, why can't I go closer to that? Oh, the box is in the way.
The cabinets seem so low.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Yeah, like all of those Chinese packages just make me...
Yeah, they probably don't smell great. I want this range.
It's so big.
It's so big. So, this middle iron plate here, that's for, like, making pancakes. And then...
And crepes, perhaps.
Possibly, yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
It reminds me of Art Deco.
Yeah. There's the vent. How does that vent open? Goodness. Because it's closed currently. I wonder if they closed it.
Probably.
I love how, like, many pots, pans, and cups there are in here, because
it has the feel of, like, what our dad did, where he's like, man, we never have silverware, and so he bought
like a whole
way too much silverware.
Yeah.
And now we just never run out of silverware, and there's an entire drawer dedicated to extra silverware that we don't need.
Yeah. There's books everywhere in
Nothing
this
in
place.
the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah.
I love the descriptor of, like, a blank with too many blank.
Yeah. Like, a smile with too many teeth, it definitely gives off an eerie vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you look at these bookshelves,
And
even the
there's
built-ins,
so
they're
many.
stacked.
And there are books just everywhere, and you're like, how did you ever get this many books?
This is the door we went,
Oh my gosh,
tried
it's
to
a
get-
finch.
maybe? I don't know.
They're the finches.
Oh.
It's gonna be a
My
finch.
mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
And that's fair. Like, this lamp is very pretty.
I want so many things that are in this house.
Right? And one coat, one pair of boots.
Another lamp.
Did it fall in there, or was it packed in there? I think it might have been packed. There's a box cutter on the floor.
That's not dangerous at all.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh. Can I should be able to get over here, right?
Yes, you can.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Just the idea that they have all of these books out here, and then there's also an entire library.
Yeah.
And I also have to wonder, like, how many of those are, like, family records. Just based on how this family has existed.
It's probably quite a few of them. And I also like the attention to detail. Like, we're going to shut this door off, but we're at least going to make it pretty.
Yeah. Except for that, you can't really make that too pretty.
Well, you can scrape it, but I don't think they wanted to, because otherwise they would have.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little old people's chair to like help them get up the stairs. I've heard that those are like actually kind of dangerous because they'll get stuck. And like people will get stuck on them on the stairs, and so like they can't make it down the stairs, so what are they gonna do?
Oh no.
That's why one should probably have a phone on them when they use them.
Cello violin. That might not be a cello. That looks too small to be a cello.
No, that's a violin. It's just bigger than the
bigger
other one.
violin. I want the baby violin. It was squeakier, probably.
No, I don't think there's a sound difference necessarily.
Then why does...
Oh.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara.
The legs flail so
along with
much.
the rest of the house.
I imagine they're just hinges, underneath the skirt that we can't see.
I don't know, with how much they're moving. Like, not just, like, front and back, but then also side to side.
Well, like, the holes for the hinges could be a little bit bigger. Oh, it stopped.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
That's not suspicious at all.
That's kind of creepy. Is that a katydid?
I know almost nothing about bugs outside of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so there's a millipede and a centipede. 2 butterflies. There's, I think that's a Hercules beetle. Yeah.
I love this fireplace.
Yeah. I love that, like,
Even
the
the fireplace had a
quarters.
story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house. after it sank.
That's a little weird.
I want to know how they got the bricks if the house sank.
And houses don't typically sink. I wonder what that's about.
You know. There's noises.
I don't like that.
Oh, there's little speakers.
Makes sense.
Or right next to the fireplace.
Or
Built by where the house sank. Oh boy. I also love they just have a giant tree table.
yeah, I love these kinds of tables. They look so good. I know in our cousin's house we have a chair that's like this. It's a rocking type chair, but it moves forward and back. It's a little funky.
That's a very bad way to describe it. But yes.
It's just a cat bed. Or dog bed. I don't know. That could work for a small dog.
Some animal.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
I love the detail that there's a folding table next to it. Like they had to extend it at some point to fit everybody. Oh, there's a... Oh, that's wine. Okay.
Yeah, that's...
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Yeah. You can see that, like, the candles burned at some point. Oh.
And also, like, the difference in, like, the, and, like, the cutlery and the... What's the word I'm looking for? Table plate thing.
Dish?
Yes, in the dishes.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
A lot of people don't want to get stuck in a nursing home when they get older.
Which is understandable, especially if, like, they get in a one that's not great.
Yeah. But at the same time,
It can put a lot of ease on people.
yeah, there are some adults who are just not equipped to take care of an elderly person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's the garage.
They have a window into the garage. Honestly, the garage is probably built on.
Probably it wouldn't surprise me.
Because I think the house might have been built before.
I mean, some
cars
of these
were a
structures
widespread
certainly
thing.
look like it was built before the time of
Of
cars.
Yeah.
Okay, so that loops back into the kitchen.
Yeah, I think you got everything down here.
Possibly.
Two little birdies sitting on a pot.
Oh, I was taking notice of the picture.
Well, I know that because it's the main focus, but I like, oh, and one of them fell off.
Oh! I wonder if it was on the, that other...
You have to wonder how much fun they had just, like,
there's
packing
another...
all of the details in here.
Wait, is there something if I do this again?
I don't think so. Just plays.
It's kind of an eerie song. Oh! That's... I think a birdwing butterfly.
Maybe.
Baby pictures, there's a kite.
I don't like that baby is wet.
Some people take pictures of their babies in a bath. They have a picture of an otter! And a bee and a puppy playing fetch in the water!
You know, before the stream started, I wondered who of us would take longer to get through their segments. And I think I know who it is now.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh. They painted a saw. That's
Then
a little
Edie
weird.
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Edie. That's a little weird. But yeah, they painted on a saw.
It's very neat. I wonder if that's like what the house was originally.
Yeah, before they added stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's just books everywhere.
I'd say before things got crazy, but I feel like...
You know, I wonder if the reason there are so many books, like, outside of the library is if, like, the library got sealed off and therefore they couldn't...
access the books, they had to buy all of the books again.
Yeah, and then, like, they didn't have anywhere to store them, so they just kind of started stacking.
Well, they also have a ton of bookshelves.
Yeah.
But they didn't fit all of them.
Yeah. Sven and Edie. So we've heard some things about Edie.
We haven't heard anything about Sven, I don't think.
And there's 1915 to 1964, 1917 to 2010. She was almost 100 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 1917, so I don't know if they would have...
The last time
built
I
this
was
place
in
with cars
Edith
in mind.
Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
A lot of books.
Lots of books.
Like how there's Finch. Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, 2 little birds and 2 little hats.
The 2 little finches. I think, for at least YouTube, anyways, we're going to
swap.
end it off here. Hold on, let me find the pause button. There we go.
And it plays the sting.
And it plays the sting.
Bum-ba-dum-bum.
Why won't it let me go over there?
Yeah, the pause menu is also super interesting.
Yeah. So I'm going to... Alright, so over on the, YouTube's end, I'm
we're gonna chop it up.
Separating this into episodes. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you like this video and will consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please consider giving me a subscription and ringing the bell.
Subscription.
And yeah, ring the bell for future notifications. I will be releasing these slowly, one day at a time. But I will also have the full VOD, like, just put in,
So if you don't want time to think or your thunk about...
you could just watch that. Yeah, alright.
Now it'll be my turn and we'll probably make more progress in the story because I'll look at less stuff. Okay, you're gonna have to tell me how everything works.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm like, change things over first, but...
Yeah, right. There we go. So
Flip.
now we flip this.
Flip!
Flip!
Did it do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Flip! It's me! I'm closer to the center now.
Alright. So, I can control it with the mouse.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the bottom right trigger, that is the typical action button.
Okay. We... Oh, I just
As
have
a
to
kid,
walk
I
up.
just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
I don't understand why she's talking about this and not the atrocious, like, the absolute atrocity that is this bathroom. Hold on, I wanted to keep looking at it. Look at this! Ah!
Look at how long the carpet is!
It reminds... The texture, because of the way it's done in the game, reminds me of coral. Like, I hate that so much. And also, why would you seal off your bathroom?
Probably had other bathrooms.
Where? Do we ever see another bathroom?
But hold on, look at the death date again. Gregory, 1976.
1 year.
1977. So, like,
I do like the door, though.
assuming that these are birth and death dates.
Instead of how long the room was open.
Instead of how long the room was open. We can pretty much concur that, like, the death of a child maybe happened in there. And,
yeah, I'm like, why would this be on the bathroom door and not in the kids' room?
Yeah, it's a little creepy, and maybe, like, you wouldn't want to use a bathroom where you know someone has died, especially someone so young.
Yeah, I just don't think I've seen another bathroom in this game.
Maybe.
So...
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
this would destroy me.
Yeah. Growing up, we pretty much always shared a room.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get my own room until, like, during high school.
Well, okay. The first house when we were living in Arizona, you were in your own room.
Yeah, but
That's, like, very
that was
spotty
very
memory for you.
short-lived. That was very short-lived. I only have a handful of memories in that house. But just thinking of, like, I don't know how well I would do in a room, just knowing that you weren't
Yeah, like,
there
if
anymore.
if any of the three of us had, like, passed away,
Mm-hmm.
that would hurt.
Yeah.
And it's roped off.
Yeah.
Then I love this painting.
Mm-hmm. It's a very nice painting.
Just
The contrast in the colors are very pretty.
yeah. I'd like to have a painted door like that.
I'd love to own a house so we could paint murals on the walls.
Yes.
That is the first thing I'm doing if I can ever manage to own a house.
Right, Trigger.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, also hi YouTube.
Oh yeah, hi YouTube. I'm playing now. I'm in control. I can zoom. You might have gathered that already. Oh hey.
Oh, that's a little weird. You can see through to the other side.
Wall.
And it's got, I can't remember what that's called.
Caulk?
No.
Insulation?
No, so like the slats are a specific thing in construction.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Is that it? Okay. Sounded like there might be more.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years,
Heads.
until America grew out of it.
Heads. Oh, I
Wig
can't
heads.
zoom in the doors. Sag.
Sage.
Heads. Okay. Now let's make actual progress. Except not.
There's a little hamster with a princess hat.
Like the little neck ruffs.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
There's a little hamster cage.
Yeah, you gotta wonder just how much how much research went into like the dates and how people would have lived and like what things were happening in the world to make a very, very realistic fantasy family. I love this room. Like,
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Oh my God. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I love...
That's a little
Yeah, this is weird to put in a kid's room, but it's pretty.
pretty. A whale shark. Whale sharks kind of make me sad now. Do you want me to explain that?
Yes, I don't know why.
My, one of my favorite artists, Dina Norland, sadly passed away, and one of her favorite animals was a whale shark. And she always wanted to, like, go and see one in the wild. Like, swim next to one. And as far as I know, she never got to do that. So that's why whale sharks makes me sad.
But I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Chapter 1.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Don't enter that just yet. Don't enter that just
I can leave, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
No, I can't. Why were you telling me not to enter?
Because there was something on the wall I wanted you to take a look at.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Cat.
Oh.
What?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
What is that?
It's like
What?
an elephant? A dog?
What is that? And why does it have a hole? Camel, maybe?
I think that's supposed to be an ear. I doubt it's a camel. It's very faded, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I also like that there's, like, this stained glass window. You only would be able to see it from the other side unless you knew about this passage.
Also, if Odin built the house, gotta commemorate to him having secret passages, I would 100% do that in my own house.
Yes.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
And you didn't want to know.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
You gotta wonder, like, I don't think Molly knew about this.
She might have known. It could have entirely possibly been there. I wonder if that makes an owl noise when you blow into it.
Let's check. No, it does not. Okay, moving on.
There's a lot of, like, animal
I grew up
stuff.
looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Cute. You can't look through on the other side.
I know that's how peepholes work. Friend.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Whoa! Oh, that's so neat. And also, this is the back of the fireplace.
I wonder if they probably put her room towards the back of the fireplace to conserve heat.
Yeah, 'cause child. But, like, I love that it continues onto the floor.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's, like, plaster
That's super neat.
to, like a fresco type painting.
I'm so jealous of her bed.
Yeah.
All through childhood, I wanted a bed like this.
Yeah, I did
Like
too.
some form of canopy. I find it interesting.
You know, there's two little, like, bassinet things. I wonder if maybe the other one broke in some way and they put it away where Molly couldn't get to it and they just got her another one.
I find it interesting that, like, she had, like, all of these plant things painted, and then hers was the room that, like, of all of them that got infested by actual greenery.
I don't think it did. I think that's just decoration. Because you can totally, like, screw a hole into...
Oh, it's a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah. It seemed like Molly really loved animals.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Is there a fish?
Can I go in here?
Is,
Nope.
Is there a fish?
I got the sense Edie had
Yeah,
spent
like,
a
it won't
lot
let
of
me
time
look.
here before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh, and it's a little chalkboard.
Daddy the fisherman. Oh. Oh.
Oh. That's the dragon out front.
I wonder if that's where he got the inspiration to make the dragon.
Or I wonder if that's her drawing it. Or something.
I don't think he had passed away. We'll have to check his death date.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I get to play this section.
1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone.
Sag.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Not right here.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep. Maybe she just wasn't allowed to, like, open it on her own. Because it seems odd they would have the chair in front of it.
Maybe they just put it there.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
The fish picking the letters away.
Okay, yeah, I guess it was on purpose. Oh, and there are birds in there.
I wonder if they took the birds off.
Yeah, I'm like, the birds weren't there. It's certainly an aesthetic.
Yeah. Do you not remember the Grandma's Neighbor's kids' room? They had like a big branch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had a big branch just hanging at the ceiling.
I hate that this is all tile.
Oh, that light.
Sorry about that.
You can't see her in the mirror.
Yeah, it's too high up.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, this bothers me so much.
What?
I would rather starve
Yeah.
than do anything like that.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Things that you maybe shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
For those who don't know, Holly is
It was a barn
very,
swallow going back
well,
to
not
her
very
nest.
poisonous, but poisonous.
I reached out for her.
Oh, it'll be really interesting to see how this...
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Hi, welcome to Edith Finch. Oh, that is... Okay, that's the menu button. Okay, that's... Okay. We're figuring it out.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I zoom.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
There's Finn and Edie.
Okay, I don't have to hold it too long. So I do... Oh yeah, they were building the garage.
Oh, yeah. So cars must have only, like, just been a thing. Yeah, they would have, because this is just barely after the Great Depression. The cars were a thing, like,
With the windows not there.
starting with 1920.
The window's not there yet.
I wonder if they put the window there so that way they could see into the garage.
Okay, that's where the bird is. Like, where am I going?
Follow the bird.
I jumped and I almost got her.
The swing isn't tied up.
I don't think this is...
No, this is the swing branch.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what's on that table? The bird.
Bird.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Molly must have played here a lot.
Little
Wait,
rocket.
why would they leave a gas lantern just sitting there?
On.
That's a little
Now
irresponsible.
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Do, 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 do. Oh, wow, I just skipped the little one.
I gobbled her up.
Oh, rumble. Wow, rumble.
I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, gosh.
Shadow.
I'm like, how do I find these? What am I looking?
Rabbits.
Okay, that's how I find them. Come on. Come here. I'm not a very good bird. There we go. It's helping me.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my
I'm glad the microphone's blocking that from my view a little bit.
And I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
My dreams aren't usually ever this wild.
Mine aren't either. I don't think I've ever dreamed of myself being an animal.
A mama rabbit.
I'm thinking of a very specific memory.
Oh?
I don't know if it's something you would be comfortable having shared on stream, though. Because I remember, like, when we were in Grandma's house, there was a time when you were like, oh yeah, I transform into this thing at night, and then I take care of you.
Oh gosh, that was
certainly a phase.
So I never had any dreams about that, but I did have a Chunibyo phase very early on, and
Oh, there it is, okay. Like, what am I looking for? Help me. Oh, it's holding it in place.
like, you can't move!
She was almost too big to carry.
I'm not very good
I
at being a
started
bird.
choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Oh, I hate that the rumble's on for eating it.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh gosh. I think a shark would be a little bit more floppy than this.
I'm trying. Hold on, there we go.
You did great.
Gosh, I'm thinking of that one rolling meme. Like, what's the music
I
for
rolled off
that?
the cliff and into the ocean. Ow.
Or like the thing we were watching right before Scout to Bebop. Okay.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
Come on.
I like how the bubble effects behind it are just letters.
Teeth.
Tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Okay, where's the blood trail? Where is it? Where's the blood trail?
You over here, where's the blood?
Blood! Fish are friends. Not food.
Got tight.
Molly wasn't old enough to have watched that.
Jumped out of the water. When
Oh.
I opened my eyes, realized everything had changed.
Oh.
Oh, the noise! Is this like a fairy?
Okay, so that's how this works.
Midnight weather.
Christmas
Now,
music.
monster, and I smelled
Yeah,
people
it's
everywhere.
definitely,
You have spare life jackets.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Okay, that's as far as it lets me go. Hi, man! Bye, man!
You're a man eater.
I am.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I love watching the light reflect on the texture. I remember hearing this audio, watching somebody play for the first time. And this was what made me realize that sea shanties were more than just an obscure thing some of my friends liked. It's like, wait a minute, I've heard that one before. Does that mean more people out of my circle know about it? We numb him. Yes, I was waiting explicitly to make that joke. Can I numb the bird?
I don't think you can.
Numb the bird! No! I wonder if I can go around front.
I don't think you can. Oh!
I can.
Proved me wrong.
It's what I live for.
Sure about that?
Hi. Hi.
Just slowly.
Across the water, I smelled the
It's like, I'm feeling kind of lazy.
I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh, did you switch over or?
No, I'm just making sure you know.
Okay.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell
wow.
went into an old pipe.
So now instead of having to like pull myself forward, I'm just going.
You're gonna give everyone motion sickness. That's not how a toilet works.
Why am I still crawling on the toilet? Hold on.
There you go.
I got closer and closer.
Hi. Can I eat the goldfish? Hold on. Will it let me climb up here? No.
Dang it.
I wanted to eat her goldfish.
Someone did really good on these sound effects and I hate it.
Oh yeah. That's a phrase.
All my stomachs.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Man. Oh boy. This isn't dangerous at all. There's a cat! Heh heh. Cats.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten,
Oh my gosh,
she
you can
was the
see
one
it.
who named it Molly.
Oh my gosh. Look at how much you can see.
Yeah.
I thought that was a skull for a second.
That would be slightly terrifying.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
I love the bird
Lurpy.
names. Lurpy. Plurpy.
Purply.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every
Zerpy.
year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Derpy.
You activated words.
Bob.
Wait, was Bob a snake?
Yes. Snake in a bird cage.
Doesn't seem like a good place to put a snake.
Aww. I wonder if that's Edith.
Well, she did say that Edie knitted her a new pair of gloves every year just in time for the old ones to wear out.
No, I was talking about the painting. Like she had said on the peephole that she was painting the last time she'd been in here was when she was 10 and Edith was painting her.
Painting her portrait, yeah. I think so. Oh. And there's
Shrine
sketches.
sketches.
Odd. Okay, we're going to take a break real quick.
Yeah, I will be right back.
We'll probably switch episodes over. When she gets back because we're approaching up on time. So, for for those over on YouTube said, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the video if you so decided to do. Thank you for subscribing and ringing the notification bell for more videos like this. We will see you next time. Bye, YouTube!
This is what could not wait. Asking whose this was.
We'll worry about that later. Okay. Alright, we switching?
Yes, we are switching, and also,
No. Go back.
I am fairly certain that if you don't stop looking at stuff, that we are not going to get through this game today. Because we are 1 hour in, and of all of those names, we have gotten to one of them.
It's a 2-hour game.
It's a 2-hour game, you said. It's a 2-hour game, you said, and then spent the entire portion looking at stuff instead of making
wait,
progress.
I was supposed to... Hold on, let me... Add stream marker.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Hi, YouTube! Welcome back to More Edith Finch.
Hello, YouTube. I'm still here. I haven't left.
Yeah. Oh, but I need to... No.
What do
Switch
you need?
it over.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to do that. Alright,
Sappy
I am
is
back playing last episode on YouTube's end.
I was playing.
Serenity
it was
was
me,
playing.
and we actually saw things.
It'll go a lot faster now that I'm not exploring the house, but
Edie
I will
gave a
still
big
do this.
interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
But it's funny.
Yeah, She embraces this a little much.
I love that palette.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
An old Singer sewing machine.
And it's a treadle.
Yeah, it is. Other cool thing about this is that part flips down.
Man.
Yeah. So,
Her room was like a museum.
joining the great majority. Oh? It's
Pen.
a pen. Quill pen.
Little dwarf.
Little gnomish type thing. There's Sven and Edie's door, so they painted both sides of the door. Yeah, Edie's on the old perfume bottles and prescription medication.
Old perfume bottles make a lot more sense than modern perfume bottles. Like, some of them just look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I say this because I marketed much perfume.
As am I. Norwegian folk tales. I wonder if this is what Edie read when she was a kid and just, like, kept the book.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I'm not gonna open up that door.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
More little dwarf dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the little miniature, what's the word? It's not teepee. The tree branch. Look at the tree branch. Totem pole. Oh, it looked like that was attached to the tree branch. Okay.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay. I didn't see the totem pole until you pointed it out. Okay, let's go over here.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Okay, so you only click one.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
So that's what they meant with the house sink.
In the ocean. Not like just like
But
on a
40-foot
sinkhole
waves
or
off the coast of
something.
Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, you can see him. Serenity.
Yee.
You can see him up at the top.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I
Odin's
stepped
daughter
in.
Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
And that was probably Molly in her hands.
Yeah, I was wondering, because of what happened to Molly, like how much food is just lying around, like how
Whatever's
many
wrong with
cans.
this family, it goes back a long way.
Maybe they...
Like how much more well stocked? How much food did they have in that house to make sure no one ever went hungry again?
Yeah, to make sure no one ate something they weren't supposed to. They probably also kept a close eye on, like, if someone was chewing on something, they made sure it was just fingers and nothing else.
Because, like, losing a kid like that,
Yeah.
of just being like, no, you didn't want to eat, so you're not gonna eat, and then just...
Yeah.
Probably never put up Christmas decorations like that again.
Definitely not. Definitely not putting Holly in the, bathroom.
In reach.
Built 1937, Sven Finch. Wait, is there a date on this? It was 15 cents, apparently. Fin strikes it. Celebration turns to mourning. There's a Norwegian flag. I actually have one of those in this room.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, I have the Denmark flag.
They're holding a saw.
They're holding. Well, I think that's a blade. Actually, no, that is a saw. You were right. It just doesn't have any sharp edges on it.
Yeah, because it's a model.
Let's open the door. Oh no. It's the bathroom.
We're in the bathroom.
So this is probably how...
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Yeah, so notice how, like, she could still get into here.
It
even
was
if
a pretty big trace.
Yeah. It's like, so she could get in here, but they couldn't get in here from there. No, the carpet bathroom. I know. You can hear the Why is there a wine bottle in the...
Edie liked drinking, I guess.
Oh. Yeah. Just a lot of little things kind of left in here. Amount of pee on that rug. Ugh, I don't want to think about that. Alright, now we're opening this.
Oh, I love this so much.
Yeah.
Also, you can see the walls used to be white.
You can?
Yeah, in the illustration they weren't pink. Like, there was still the pink tiling,
But the
walls were
bathroom isn't
white.
painted pink.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
And it used to have tile.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Because this would have been
Clever.
made first. I hate that so much. I also hate that she just immediately closed it. Like, at least put it back.
Yeah. There's a film canister.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
So this would be the blackout room, because if you expose film that hasn't been properly processed to UV light, it will erase whatever image was on the film. Strong sculpt. I don't know what that would be used for. Kids safe. Oh, it's a little picture card. So they're if you hold those up to like a light or use like a light box, like light box meant for like tracing stuff, you can see the image that's in there. Mm-hmm. We have some of those.
Yeah, I have one hanging on my wall from a wedding reception we went to.
No. That's the one you're thinking of is a Polaroid picture. This is not a Polaroid picture. This is a film that's been developed and put in a case. Well, I say a case. It's been put in like a little white frame, and when you hold it up to a light, you can see through the film to see what image is there.
Mm.
Yeah, we have some of those from our Uncle Bob. Alright, let's continue going down here. What's that? An old can? Weird. Milton. So, more booze, it appears. And pictures. Move, chair! Eerie. So this was like a little desk. No. Sam Finch. So he was a football player. What? suddenly went down on the floor. You okay there, Edith?
She doesn't want to look at football. She has trauma from high school.
She was a football player, then she got a concussion.
No,
and
she
couldn't do it
dated a
anymore.
football player.
There's an old camera. And then...
Hi, Buck!
Hi. Yeah.
I don't want to imagine the amount of pee on that rug, actually.
The one in the bathroom, yeah. SLR photos, so... It seemed that Sam really liked photos. It seemed that Sam also smoked. Because there's a Zippo cigarette tray.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A whole bunch of film canisters. That's so cool. You have to wonder if there was a bridge over the bed at one point and they just took it down because he couldn't fit up there anymore. Because there's a bridge over here.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
To command center. I would
I
have
guess my
loved to
grandpa
have
didn't
something
like history
like this.
any more than my mom
I love
did.
the blue wood.
Yeah, they definitely stained it to look like that. Little suction cup. Oh, there's little foot pedals!
It's very cute. I wonder if they'd actually, like, do.
Probably when they were really little. Alright, you ready?
I wonder if they got, like, a little pillow in there to sit on.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
I love the lighting.
Yeah.
Like, oh. I think you have to do it with both.
Is it with both? Oh!
Yeah, I'm like,
My
it looks
brother
like
said
they're
he'd die
separate.
before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
They're all sad ones. This is a game about death.
At the funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh gosh.
I had a girl in my elementary
That day,
school, and she
he
did
finally
this
made up
and
his
broke
mind
her
to do
arm.
She tried doing this?
No, she did
I told him
this.
going around.
Oh my
She
gosh.
swung around and broke her arm, falling off.
Maybe if I hadn't said that. Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh gosh.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
The
That's
rumble.
what I want to remember about my brother.
Well, I mean, Molly's was very preventable too.
Oh gosh!
Like, if you feed your kids.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
I love how you can see the light on the house.
Like the old shipwrecked house.
Yeah,
Calvin's story
it is
felt
very
strangely
heartbreaking.
familiar. When I was younger, I remember
Because-
trying to do the exact same thing.
So many people like thought of this. Like, I can think of imagining myself doing this. And
I definitely tried doing this. I remember I tried. I just could never get the swing to go up that high. So, like, this is a very preventable death. But I think they never really thought that it was possible for them to fall off the swing that far. Until it happened. And I'm wondering if they just kept the swing tangled so that way no one else could use it.
yeah.
Well, Edith did say that she tried doing the same thing, but that could have been with a different swing. So now we're turning around. There's a little space gun.
After
I
the
can only
funeral,
imagine how many feet
Edie
got
roped off
trapped there.
Calvin's half of the room.
This little gap here. Like, I can imagine a toddler just slipping through there very easily.
Well, I imagine they weren't in here when they were toddlers.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Or at least that, like, that stuff wasn't built, because it looks very built in mind with what their interests were.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know about you, but no child...
It's a cowboy
No
hat.
child I know had the same interest for that long.
Oh, there's a little photographic reflector shield.
Yeah.
They use that for better lighting. Little pogo stick. Wait, why'd the other end fall off?
Because we
took off that end, but why'd this one fall off? Alright, what's over here?
Oh, this is so cool.
It's the hungry, hungry caterpillar. No. Wait. Make him small.
That's a very aggressive boop.
It is.
It's a butterfly. And it's a garage door bookshelf.
The rumble on that.
Like, how cool is that?
It's very cool. I can only imagine how many times it got stuck. And there's the insulation.
Oh boy.
Oh.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I'm a little sad I don't get to play this one. But,
I'm gonna...
gosh, please don't start looking at the house again.
No, I'm not gonna start looking at the house again. I just wanted to open that.
Yeah. Laundry.
Yeah, I think... Why does it have, like, a toxic waste sign on it? I mean, you can tell
Growing up,
Calvin was
I
affected
always
by
thought
that,
of
but
Barbara
yeah.
as a child star.
There it goes. Now it's rendered. Hi.
Yeah. My friend Bigfoot.
Skiing. Wee.
I don't think that's what it is.
Oh, she knew guitar.
Seattle Ballet Company. Yeah. This one is cool.
Oh, this one's so cool. We can't play the music because it's very copyrighted.
Yeah, so if you're liking the game thus far, purchase it because it's a good game.
It's a
and
good
it supports
game.
an indie studio.
An indie studio who's working on an undoubtedly another great game.
Yeah. When your first two games are bangers,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of hype for the third one. But yeah, we can't play the music.
It's the Halloween music.
for the upcoming section. So if you're thinking about buying this game, buy it and play it for yourself. So that way you can hear the experience without us two rambling on about things.
Now let's maybe turn the music off.
Yeah, so hold on.
Audio. Sound effects, dialogue, music. Oh, that's so cool!
Yep.
I love the way the letter just twists.
Yeah. That's not hard to do.
Barbara Street.
Barb Street. No, she left her vinyls on the floor!
With popcorn! That bothers me so much. I love that little desk.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I don't love that the cake is still there.
Is it a cake or is it a pizza?
I'm pretty sure it's a cake. Why would you put candles on it? She also smoked, what?
Oh, dang. I mean, it makes sense. Heads.
Wig heads.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for
I
her
had
afterwards.
Oh, I love those little, like, ball lights.
Yeah. I doubt we can get them to turn on.
Yeah. All the
Maybe
playbills
her
on the
record-
wall.
Yeah. Well, they call them starlets because I don't think they can call them playbills.
Yeah. You have to get, like, copyrights and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, play the game. This is your casual reminder, because if you take too long, then I will play the game. Very aggressively.
Alright.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Stickers.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
For your entertainment and enjoyment, Safi just mouthed all of those words very dramatically.
Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up.
She also did the scream.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back.
How did they find out about that?
20 minutes
Like,
later,
Probably watch Sven.
how did this become public
Barbara
knowledge?
went to look for him.
Oh.
On cue.
Like, why is this in a comic book?
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Now imagine Halloween music making this very funny and less creepy.
Yeah.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Yeah, let's pick it up. Whack! So that was probably from...
You can talk over me, I'm just the music.
So that's probably from Sven's hand.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who
Oh gosh, she got
his family 10 years
blood
ago
over the
tonight.
totem pole.
Unless they just have a very strange aesthetic for totem poles.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear. Rick?
He deserved
Barb,
that.
Relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw
Deserved.
him
And you're never coming back here again.
out. Remember?
Because it's one thing
Barb,
to help
Have you seen
somebody
my other crutch?
scream.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Yeah.
phrasings.
It's one thing to, like, give people advice when they're asking for it in acting. It's another thing entirely when you assume their entire personality.
Oh, neat.
It's still in there. It's another thing when you assume their entire personality is going to be acting, like, on screen and stuff. Like, every single word they say is a line to be delivered.
Don't like that.
You should make that a clip. Scary thing happens.
Are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh man, a Captain Hook cosplayer.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And who he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
I love how my reaction to anything horror related is to furiously roast it.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
And Molly's
I
room.
love how, like, it looks cel-shaded.
Yeah.
And how much less detail there is.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
My dude, you gotta get a running start.
Bonk!
Very Scooby-Doo of you.
Wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
How dare you?
You can't see how much laughter Sapphy's holding back, but I can assure you it's a lot. Whack. Destroy the house. Knock over the books.
Can I?
I don't think you can.
Dang it!
It's so unfortunate. They did still want this to be kind of like a horror segment.
They just kept the bird sitting there for forever, even when they dusted. That's weird.
I think it might be symbolism for something.
Possibly.
The hook man had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Also gotta love how that's not their coffee table in the future, because it broke.
Yeah. You can also see, like, there's some splotches or something because he probably got cut.
was dying to speak to
Oh,
young
I didn't know that
Barbara.
was there. Eyes.
That's terrifying.
At
I
the
think it's
door,
just decoration, like
she
maybe it's
heard
on both
whispering.
sides.
It was coming from inside the house.
It's a lot of whispering.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I hate parties. I'm an introvert, actually.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
You're so funny. You're making fun of a dead girl.
Oh gosh, and the ears on the back of the thing.
Yeah, I love how they portray Barbara's first reaction of realizing that
Edie
there's a
told me
bunch
how
of people in
Barbara
her
was
house is,
being
oh my
murdered. As
gosh!
upsetting as that
This
comic
is
was,
exactly what I
even
wanted!
what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, we don't know. We know she disappeared and all they ever found of her was an ear. And that she had a music box and that her boyfriend got kicked out that night.
She was definitely murdered because she had a murderer in her house with her.
Mm-hmm.
And he must have escaped after death.
Well, I don't know if the Hookman thing was real. It might have been, it might not have been. But she was definitely murdered.
Well, on the radio it said, like, a Hookman and his gang, so I'm assuming the monsters were his gang.
Well, it could have been made up for the comic.
True.
And they say it got blamed on Rick. If you'd think, if there was like a whole bunch of people in town causing problems, that would be like the first suspect and not the missing boyfriend.
Yeah. Also, poor Walter, he witnessed the disappearance of his own older sister.
Oh yeah, the person who's supposed to be taking care of him. Anyway, goodbye YouTube.
Yeah, bye YouTube. We're gonna be switching parts here. So if you like this part, please consider giving the video a like. Tell me what other games I should play in the comments below, especially if you want Serenity to come play them with me.
You should say A Hat in Time. You should say that Sapphire should play A Hat in Time. Because it's a really good game, and I would play it with her. And it's a really good game.
All right. Consider giving me a subscription if you want to see more content like this, and ring the bell for notifications.
Tell
All
me
right.
if you want me here.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
All right, and now we switch things over.
Yeah. The fun part about this entire game being unreliable narrators is you have no idea what actually happened.
All right. We should turn the music back on.
Yes.
Flip. All right.
I need to put these back on.
Go right on ahead.
Okay. Sweet, I play now.
All right. Hi, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Welcome back.
I'm gonna start moving. Because we're definitely not doing this in one stream, I don't think. I'd have to get through so much.
I guess now I know why Mom
We
didn't
can
like me
go over
playing with
2
the music
hours.
box.
Okay. We're back.
So, do you think the music box still works?
Hold on, there's a thing I think you never saw
Oh.
We
here.
must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
With all the exploring I did.
Hold on, I think... Where is it? I know that there's a roller skate around here somewhere.
Is it?
It might be down the stairs.
Possibly.
Or, like, in the living room. But I remember very distinctly, like, coming out and somebody pointing out a roller skate. Yeah. Wait, no. Is it not here? Sag.
It might be...
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found
Oh,
the basement key.
That was timed. I get it. I like this. Can the entire game just be this? Instead of a clicker game, can we have a spin game?
Spin to win.
Exactly.
Old creaky stairs.
I love basements.
probably only partially finished.
Yeah.
Mom
'Cause
said
the builder
big stuff
died.
was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Honestly, I think that's a very good way to get a child to stay away from an area. It's like, okay, you can go in there, but you'd have to get...
But if,
you'd have to go to the doctor and get a shot.
yeah.
Again.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Oh, so this isn't just like another room, that's just the foundation. It's interesting that they left it open so they could see it.
It's not
I thought
entirely
maybe she was hiding
uncommon.
presents.
Oh.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, she's got a ring on her finger. How? How is there electricity? They said the power was cut.
I
You hear
remember
that
asking
buzz?
Mom once about
That's
where
a
Walter had gone.
generator.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
He was a child. A child did this. I think.
He probably had help from Edie
If
and
there's a
Sven.
pattern in all these stories,
Yeah. But, like, he started living in this survival bunker when he was, like, what?
I think
10,
it's that none of us
12?
have gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the
Ooh,
shaking
the
started,
rumble.
I didn't think I'd survive a week.
So they took like a year to build this because that 1968.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
I can do it with both. I can do it with both. Okay.
Having a schedule, living for today.
La, la, la,
I
la.
always expected
Ooh,
to be dead tomorrow.
There's rumble on that, too. There's a lot of rumble. My hands are being massaged.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I mean, at least it means you're not alone.
And then one day, everything just
Oh, I never noticed the
Stop.
music change.
Yeah, it does.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Mood.
I can't imagine eating something straight
been a
out of a
week
can
now.
like that.
The longest in 30 years.
Yeah, he lived for a long, long time because it's
I'm
2005
done
now.
waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Hold on, you can open this, I think.
No.
No, not now, but later. Shadow! Big shadow!
You can see all his hairs and his beard.
You know what? Never mind. I think I'll stay here for the rest of my life. All that stuff I said about being tired of being afraid. Nah.
It's kind of very cumbersome to get books out from behind a ladder.
Yeah. But I mean, using...
Oh, Gunpla! That's what those thingies are.
Mm.
You put them together and they make little figurines.
Oh, yeah,
I know it's
yeah,
out
yeah.
there somewhere.
I just didn't know that's what they were called.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly.
Rice.
And Calvin.
I find it interesting that this is the only, like, this is his waist, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only other bathroom I think I've seen in this game.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
Yeah, it really does a good job in this part of like signifying all of the signs of just how long he's been down there.
Yeah.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Oh, gosh.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
The amount that it did rumble for the train.
It
coming.
rumbled it because your hands are sitting on there,
On
and
the
I had my
desk.
hand on the desk.
Sweet, I'm gonna keep my hands on the desk.
So yeah, go ahead and like continue walking.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
but
didn't
I
know if
did
you
want
wanted
to
look at
talk
the book. Okay.
because
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
just a
A
painting.
framed picture of the outdoors behind a window.
He got tired of living in routine.
Honestly, I'm surprised it took him that long.
Fear is a
Fear
powerful thing.
is a huge thing. But like that
He
was-
has a toaster. What? Or is that a radio? No. That's a radio.
and
I know
he has
that.
a skillet.
He has a...
But yeah,
My dear, that is a pot.
under it, there's a burner.
That's a skillet is a pan.
Shut up. Also, wow, leaving the can opener here. But yeah, he lived a long, long time down here.
Yeah. So, I do have stuff to say about, like, Walter's experience and things. I'm fairly certain, and mind you, I'm not a medical professional, start by saying that. But I'm willing to bet that
Maybe she
Walter was
afraid I didn't
agoraphobic.
like Walter.
And the
But if she
reason...
never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Alright.
I think it was longer than since he was 20. Because, like, he was a child when Barbara died, and he wanted to get away as soon as he could when Barbara died.
Yeah, so they built this part of the basement within a year.
Probably a year or two is all. And then he went down here and just lived.
Or wait, no, she died in 60, so it was 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, he would have been
I
about
don't
20.
want to make the same mistakes she made.
Ash, not right now!
Hi, Ash. You can hear the flies.
Oh, gosh. How did they even... Well, through the hole, I bet.
Yeah.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Just
Yeah.
very literally.
So,
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe two.
yeah.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Yeah, Walter doesn't get a room.
Well, no, because Walter's room was upstairs.
Yeah. And it was never boarded off because this is where his memorial is.
Yeah. So, speaking as someone who's pretty sure she has agoraphobia, leaving the house is a terrifying experience. And most of it was related to trauma that I received in childhood. which...
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, but when your fear is so strong, leaving...
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
You said it was okay to keep walking, right? I can keep walking, right?
So maybe pause for like a couple of seconds.
Okay.
But, like, leaving the place that you consider safe is terrifying. It takes a lot of courage and mental buildup. And when you are outside, it takes a lot of energy to just remain out there. So I completely understand Walter's position where, like, I'm so scared I'm going to hide away from the rest of the world. And then getting sick and tired of being afraid. Because there have been nights when I've been like, gosh, dang it, why do I have to be scared all the time? Alright, you can continue walking.
Yeah.
But I thought you should know about your family.
The totem
And the
pole has
history
Molly and
you're a
Barbara
part
on
of.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And Calvin.
There's the house.
On a little diving platform.
It's everywhere.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Wait, are there sleeping bags left out? Oh no, those are canoes.
Yeah.
Sorry, some sleeping bags are very shiny. There's the house. And Sven. Or maybe that's Odin. I don't know.
The amount of building these people got done is insane.
Well, it seemed certainly like Sven loved to do it. Crack, the thing falls falls out from underneath you.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Yeah, it's such an eerie picture, just like all of the lights in the background and then that single dinghy on there.
Mm-hmm.
And this dark and foggy night.
It's not really foggy.
Yeah, but there's still like a bunch of clouds, so it's foggy out there.
Yeah.
Mossy rock.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh.
That's
the way they used to build cities was actually before they built any houses or like any like government buildings. The first things they would build were prisons and cemeteries, because they knew the first things that would happen is if we send people there, people are going to die and people are going to disobey us. And
It's
they'd build
embarrassing
that.
for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Beloved pets are always sad to see go.
Mm-hmm.
Three of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oof.
Yeah, I just...
Christopher the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Bob!
And I've known a lot of people who have been through a lot of grief and a lot of loss, and I've just kind of been adjacent to that, and there is a certain level of detachment where you start to feel like death
Sven
is
built
just a
the
thing that
house,
happens.
But it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
And it's something you feel like you should be sad about, even if you weren't personally related or friends with whoever's been lost. There's an implicit feeling of sadness when it comes to death, and when you become desensitized to that, you kind of feel distant from what humanity is quote-unquote supposed to be.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
Yeah.
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
I think there is a point of, like, yes, it's good to remember the past, but it's
She could
also
see it
important.
poking out of the water at low tide.
It's also important to remember that the past is there for a reason. It's gone, and you're supposed to move on.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I would have
I
never done
would have
this.
come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I do a lot of crazy things because I think they'd be fun, but I wouldn't have climbed this.
No.
Like, this is a tree that's been around for way too long, and it's probably definitely partially dead.
A branch that has no leaves on it? Yeah, no, I'm not climbing on that. A living tree is a lot stronger than a dying one. The American flag.
America!
Yeah.
Ladar. Ladar did not
I
register.
never
I
met
was
Uncle
climbing
Sam.
Ladar.
I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Yeah, that's quite the image to tell us they were intense.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
And you gotta wonder if that's why he lived so long.
Wait. That's a house cat.
Yup. Statue of a house cat.
I wonder
Batting
if
at a
that's an
squirrel.
homage to Molly.
Probably.
The drawers are all cleared out. Here's Kay's things.
Oh, it's a little jewelry stand.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is really pretty.
He must have made that for her.
Oh, am I playing? Wait, no, that's not yet. Okay. Like, wait a minute.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yeah. War veteran. Probably Vietnam. This is the most likely one.
I'm so excited that I get to do this part.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
There's so much extra
It's
text
gonna
in this
rain the whole
section,
weekend, isn't it?
depending on what you take pictures of.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing.
Hold on,
though.
where? There it
I
is.
drank all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
Like, I know that this is a thing.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Don't mind me being a photographer. Not there yet.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Someone stacked
Found an
stuff.
old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Beautiful picture.
Before you take the shot, let me get
Thank
a picture.
you. I'm trying. Where am I? Rock! Rock!
I think she's over this away. Maybe. Down.
There!
There she is.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Oh, dang. I was hoping the thing by the side would. Oh boy, I'm not ready for the sound effect. Get ready for sound effect!
Yeah.
I'm over here, Dad.
Look!
Oh, yeah, you have to do it when she's...
Let me get behind you.
Okay. I thought it was when, yeah.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Now get ready for sound effect.
Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, I'm waiting for him to lift up his head so it's a good picture.
Great shot, Don. I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Dad!
Gosh, that must have been so awful. And they were out in the middle of the woods. I wonder if they had any
Of all these
service
stories,
to call
that's
anybody
the one I wish
or...
most that my mom had told me.
Well, no, because it was the 80s.
She probably, because it was a national park, she probably could have found a ranger and said, like, hey, my dad fell. I need help.
Yeah.
Like,
we
bad.
need to go find him. Because, like, you got to imagine.
So, the thing about twitching.
Yeah, that's how he dies.
Yeah, so the thing about a deer twitching after death, animals will twitch to an extent after death because their nerves are like, oh, I suddenly don't have oxygen, I'm going to freak out.
Rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis. So for him to say that it's normal for a deer to twitch after you've shot it, it's correct.
They could have probably waited, like, a little longer.
He probably should have also, like, checked to make sure it was still breathing before he picked up the head.
And before he, like, even brought out the camera to take a picture.
Being near an injured animal is very dangerous. Oh boy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. That's the one I
Oh,
thought.
I have to play it. Oh,
you have to play it. I thought I was gonna have
My
to.
mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah, just a casual reminder.
This is a game about death.
And we're about to witness.
Probably one of the worst ones.
Yeah. So, next time!
For YouTube, next time!
For YouTube, next time. You can quite clearly see what we're about to get into. To a certain extent. So, be careful. I don't know if you'd want to include, like, timestamps of that, like, where that section ends.
I might,
Or, like,
I'll probably
do chapters.
I'll probably do chapters. It's probably a thing that I will do.
Anyway, on this very cheerful note, have a great day. Take care of yourself.
Don't
stand next to dead animals.
Also, thank you, Diamond Flower, for the follow. All right.
Oh.
There. All right. Now I'm gonna switch this over, so it's me playing again, and then I'm gonna mark a timestamp for when we. If you like, put salt or put heat on the muscles.
Yeah.
Bodies are crazy like that. All right. I'm gonna reset that, and now we start it. Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Welcome to Sad.
Welcome to Sad. I don't have to play Sad. I just have to exist here.
Makes it sound like that's gonna be any easier. All right. Oh, I also need to.
Yeah, the audio for this next bit.
The audio for this next bit is copyrighted.
Well, it's edited. It's an edited version of a public domain song.
Well, it's a different composition of a public domain song.
So,
here we go. This is Gregory. That's a picture of a baby. And this is a game about death.
And the 1-year-old bathroom.
I hope you're ready for this.
I hope. Yep. If not, skip ahead.
K. Carlisle, Sam Finch.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh gosh, I'm already crying. I'm starting to tear up. Oh.
It's a good thing I have tissues here.
Yep. And it's a good thing they're closer to me.
What?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, the music for this section is very good. If you want to buy the game, buy the game. Buy the game so you can hear it.
Things the rest of us don't.
Because here, whenever he'd play it, whenever he'd start moving the toy, the music would start playing.
It's
very effective.
Flight of the Sugar Plum Fairies.
I don't know. It's some ballet song, but it's not that one, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Whee!
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
I think it might actually be from Swan Lake.
Hello?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Bubbies! Which is an odd way of saying bubbles. Gimme. My depth perception sucks.
Oh man. Because the music's not there, you can hear
It
her
reminded me so much of Calvin.
so much more clearly.
Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw.
Are you gonna try and get all of the magnets?
Maybe. This is a cast iron bathtub.
Wait, is that the one you can light on fire?
Yes!
Listen, I'm thinking of a very specific story.
Gree.
Gree.
Okay, hold on. Pretty sure I need to... There we go.
There you go.
Sure made him
Boop.
happy.
There's a wheel! There we go. 2. Now it's only the G and the Y. Gimme, gimme.
Gee.
Fantastic butter. There's G. There's Y. I think B is just stuck there.
B is there. B for bathtub.
There we go.
What? Listen, I am a certain level of unhinged. It reminded me of a story, and sometimes I say things explicitly in a way that will sound more unhinged to be funnier.
That I worried about a baby being too happy.
But that is a thing people do, like to clean their bathtubs. If they're cast iron, they will light them on fire to kill all of the germs.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory.
Ah! The sound of the whale!
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
It's happy!
Oh. Gregor.
Gregor! Oh, that's how you swim now.
Yeah.
It's just auto moving
You know
forward.
Yeah, I think it moves
Wasn't
like it
fault.
does in the Molly thing, but I was the one who played that. So yeah, the music starts playing louder here.
I'm sure he's happy.
Rumbles. Oh, I'm glad I'm not touching the desk.
He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Happy baby. Happy baby with the frog.
Uh-huh.
Gregory. Hush, I am searching.
Gosh. Gregory's story is really sad.
It's very sad. Thankfully, unlike other children, he isn't haunting animatronics.
Must you?
Naruto did it first. I'm feeding off the energy.
And there's his name.
Teamwork.
You know, classic military dad.
Yeah.
This whole room is
It's
kind of
very
like,
classic military dad. I could not. I don't think I could have handled it if our dad was a military dad.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yeah.
Nope. Not going there.
The
The implications are just too much. Oh, now I'm sad because you get to play this one.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
I think this might be my favorite one artistically.
Yeah. Just
like having the words trail.
Yeah. You can see like
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
get stuck in the tree.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Bonk.
Bonk. Like the words are somewhere. Bonk.
I don't think it wants me to go that way.
Yeah, I don't think it wants you to go like full 360.
There it is.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Hold on. Can I? Dang it. I was hoping I could catch the words.
Oh man, this means that I had never really thought of it
Panicked
before.
geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
I never thought about how Gregory was the youngest and how the other two were already alive.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in my head I had automatically corrected it, even though this exists, to where
Oh, there it is.
Gregory was the only one with Kay.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Destroy!
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry
Who's the scary one now?
All my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Because, like, some of that has to have fire to be lit up like that.
I still can't get the words. wish that...
You might have to go on the words.
Possibly.
Maybe.
There we go.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't.
Oh my gosh! Was that from the rumble?
Yeah! I had it.
I don't know if y'all could hear that, but that was...
I think they could.
But Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Gus is a good name.
Not my favorite, but I also overthink names a lot. And now that we're out of that, I can say Jellyfish of Destruction.
How dare you! They kept the kite.
They kept the kite because nobody in this family can let go of anything.
Yeah. Wish sympathy.
I can't imagine having to plan a wedding and then planning a funeral immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
A lot of parents outlived their kids. In this house.
Raise flag. Breakfast. Quiet time. Sweep, trash, gas, mop, mow yard.
Be a baby.
Be a baby.
You better be a baby. Stop doing paperwork. You better be a baby.
Gosh.
I like that they have the emergency evacuation plans up at all times.
My emergency evacuation plan is to
pray
and get outside the window. So.
Hug a pole.
That's not a pole.
It's not a pole. Oh, it's a punching bag.
Let's try going up here.
Yes,
there we go.
You have to look at it. It did the same thing with the ladder outside.
Yeah, I can't imagine
At
losing
the time,
both of your
it was as far
brothers.
away as she could get.
Gosh. Yeah, no.
And she decorated it the way she wanted to. I kind of want to do something like this.
It's so colorful and wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Done.
I love... Hold on, look at that lamp. Turn around. Other way. Or go all the way around. Up.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty. I can imagine her, like, opening one of the sides, lighting a candle, and just sitting here.
Mm-hmm. These people favored fire. There's a lot of candles and lamps.
Arson.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, look at them. They're so cute.
They're very cute.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to watch both of your brothers die. Well, not watch her brothers die, but, like, both of her brothers died before her, and then her dad died in front of her.
Yeah. Is an incense stick. And I think a couple others in, like, an oil diffuser.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the way that you just, like, stick your matches in a mug when you're done with them.
Yep. That is the thing I do.
A rosary. And she probably used this in case of
Fireman.
fire.
You can go down it. You do have to climb back up.
I do have to climb back up. But...
And also, that was a pregnant woman doing that.
They don't know if she's pregnant.
Didn't they say?
No. She said maybe 2.
Oh, sorry. Bleep it out.
No, I can't do that.
You can't? Okay. No, she said it because she said, if I'd have known that when she was climbing around, then I wouldn't have come here 22 weeks pregnant or something.
Oh, yeah.
My mom moved.
I'm like, I could have sworn they said.
And got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Ooh.
All these Milton posters.
No, Lewis is my favorite. Lewis and Milton.
Oh! I didn't think I'd be playing that one.
Mom knew where else
Nope,
to
I
go.
am. I'm so excited.
You sure?
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
I mean,
Milton's.
you're gonna look around Milton's first. I'm fairly certain.
Maybe.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, there's a
Been
lot
for
of
a
new
while.
details to look at, and
Things
you
were
look at
good.
details.
Almost normal.
Or at least as normal as you can get.
Bird.
I have the resolution turned down for streaming purposes, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those all
Yeah,
have
Sam, Calvin, Eden, Barbara,
Sven.
Lewis rules.
Our family history, fact or fiction?
Oh, I love the windows.
Yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite windows.
Like the science projects.
Yeah. Having candles here, an incense burner, like a little shrine.
Yeah, look at her book. No, the other book.
To Teach and to Learn by Dawn Finch.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
How did they keep that secret? Like, was it a surprise? It couldn't have been a surprise, could it? How do you hide that?
Let's take a look. No, it doesn't have a death
After
date.
Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Paint on the floor. Alright, we're gonna be heading into a very special area.
Yeah, this is one giant reference to the Unfinished Swan. Have you watched that all the way through, or?
I have.
Okay.
So, The Unfinished Swan is the first video game that Giant Sparrow ever created.
Mm-hmm. And it starts off with, like, just black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you're the one painting the environment. And this entire place is just...
I like this little doodle.
Yeah, there's a lot of paint splatter effects. Yeah, that's
some
one
of
of the
the
starting
areas.
areas.
Oh, wait, I forgot to turn the music back on.
Oh, yeah. Because it also plays... It's a shame we didn't have it on during Gus's.
So
yeah,
this is music from the game The Unfinished Swan.
And if you look at the little
I think Edie
diorama...
was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Yeah.
The fact he was doing all of this as a kid is very impressive.
Yeah,
Like,
kids
he
are
was-
very impressive in general.
Yeah, but then you've got, like, the gold footsteps and then the gold handle on the door. It's very
Yeah.
impressionistic.
I would want a place like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then here is something really cool.
Oh, it's so cool. I love the palette, that the palette is there.
Yeah.
With all of the colors, even though most of this is black and white.
Yeah, so that desk thing, that's an old animator's tool. There's a light behind it, so that way when you have the light turned on, you can see through to your other pages and animate that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they would animate in the olden days.
But yeah, that's the castle. All of the paints. Oh, I think those are oils. Did he use oils? Those are expensive. Aww.
They're probably all really dry now.
Yeah, probably can't really.
And
I
then
love the woods.
that symbol, the mustache and the crown,
That's
is
like
one that's
a huge and unfinished swan.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I won't dawdle too much longer.
I wonder if that's the palette that Edie used
Milton
to paint
Finch
his
and
memorial
the magic paintbrush.
below that.
Possibly.
I think you have to... Yeah.
I have to hold it. And then do this.
Don't let go. Then he painted the door.
Now, I wonder if that was something that Edie made or if it was something that Milton made.
Mm-hmm.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Like how she drew the cartoonized version.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was, there's the whole, like, painting mechanic, all of the game mechanics in Unfinished Swan are built on the fact that you're a kid and you have this magic paintbrush.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go down.
Yeah, that lets you interact with the world around you.
There we go. I'm like...
Mom
So
spent
that's why
months
she said there
searching
might be
for my brother. Then she
2
found
alive.
yours.
Yeah, that or also, like,
well, I had
her
looked down as just belly.
Yeah. Yeah, Milton, there's a possibility that Milton's alive.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
There is a character in Unfinished Swan that he does correlate to, that it is pretty strongly implied he is, that he becomes, or a reference to at least.
Mm-hmm. Let's go up this way.
Mom definitely blamed
Hi,
Edie, but
twin!
I think Lewis blamed himself.
Leaves.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time
We're
in his
Sibling
room
twins.
until
Yeah.
Mom got him a job at the cannery.
I would love, like, living in a room that isn't actually a room and is like a boat.
Yeah.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
Oh, we got a little achievement. I think that's
For, like, viewing all
for
of the
viewing all of the
people.
doors, looking through all of them.
Okay.
We're about to do one of the coolest artistic representations of.
Oh boy.
You can stall for like what, 6 minutes?
No, I'm not gonna stall.
Okay.
So, content warning.
Yeah.
If you have depression,
Maybe.
don't
Yeah.
watch this part. This next part
Yeah.
has
It tackles
implied suicide.
and recovery from substance abuse.
And in we go. Did he have a fish tank or a frog? Or reptile of some sort?
Lewis's room smelled very, very.
No,
No, don't go out of the boat.
Part of him lived on.
I also love the chairs out there.
Yeah. You can see Edith in the shadow crawling down into here. It's a very interesting candle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a candle. That's the only thing it is.
Ooh, leftover guacamole. That must be awful.
Must be very sour at this point.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Phrasing. Diploma.
He made it through high school. That's something.
High school is pretty hard to make it through. He had his own mini fridge!
Oh, and you can see his cap.
Yeah.
I think it's a reptile tank.
I think so too. It doesn't have a whole lot of hides in there. It must have been a small lizard.
That or it was like cleaned up, maybe.
Did everyone in this house smoke? Because there's another cigarette tray. Though, I imagine it might have been some other kind of...
Yeah, I'm like, this might not have been cigarettes. He's got
It's
his
a cool
computer.
keyboard. Is the WASD and the arrows highlighted? Yeah. So, the green thing with the slots in it, that's a cigarette tray. Oh, he also had medication. Wait, he was medicated? Okay. Alright. Here we go.
This is very cool, but very,
very sad. Oh gosh, I have to pull it out.
Yep.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, fish
I asked
die.
him to describe it. He said he started small.
These fish are already dead.
Yeah.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I love how
Then
shaky
something
the
moved.
lines are.
Bats.
Yeah. Makes the
How
letters
how many wires are you crossing right now?
so many.
Oh
And
wow.
things that have not names.
No. Oh, there it is.
He knew it was all in his head.
Uh-oh.
Can I grab the fish? There we go.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
And now we flipped into
Perspective.
3D.
Perspective switch.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
I find it interesting. I
Oh,
don't
there's a
know
little
if
camp.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
I don't know if I was just imagining it or not, but it
He
sounded
built
like
the
there was
city up
a
slowly,
rooster
brick by brick.
in the background there for a second.
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. One day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But
It's
his
just such a
chopping
good
was as
section.
reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Whale.
He held an election for mayor, and he won.
It's very telling that
They
he had
began
to
say
remember.
that his mind was already wandering.
That he had to remember
It
that this
became
was
a
in
game.
his imagination, and that he could do anything.
Yeah.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
I love how it's blue.
Yeah. I also love that it's modeled after like the Greek type ships.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Argo.
Yeah, and the yellow flag.
Minneapolis.
Still one
day
of
he
my
forgot to go
favorite
home
puns
from
of all
Canada.
time.
Yes.
It's from a very dark place,
Even
but
as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
gosh. I wonder how old Edith was when Lewis died.
She wasn't very old.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Gimme.
beautiful prince.
I love the effect of the boat
I also love
cutting
like
through it.
that there's I think that's Sanskrit written on
yeah, the pages.
The pages.
The prince was on his own quest for
Gay?
Yes.
radiant rainbows.
I love how the rainbows are like
Followed the
reversed.
sound of his
Where the purple is on the outside.
electric sitar.
You have only gone left. Come on, sail along the music note.
Is there a way to speed up?
I don't know.
I can't. It's very hard to control, at least for me.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
That's from a book, I think. East of the Sun
Even
and West
then,
of the
his
Moon.
logic remained
From like a real
sound.
book.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is...
And I think there's a copy of it, like, in his room.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Fish. I love that his cloak is a fish. His cape
it?
has a fish tail. Not Lewis's,
But
but
he
the
was so
king,
proud of
the
having
prince's.
created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something
all
greater than a
scaly.
king.
How their heritage is presented in Lewis's story since Dawn of the Children. Yeah. No, not Middle
Someone who'd
Eastern.
never known success in the real world. I think it was
East
overwhelming.
Asian. From India.
Yeah.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
This is when escapism gets dangerous.
Yeah.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Are those socks? Or are those sandals?
No, those are like wrappings on his sandals.
I want to imagine they're striped socks. But
And we look down and where
oh, it's very red.
well, yes, salmon.
There's so much blood. Oh, he's got a little game.
It's like a non-copyright version of the Nintendo DS.
We began to forget the world we know.
This probably reeked of fish.
I think
Oh,
it
it
pained
must have
him
been
to
so
remember
bad.
Lewis, the cannery worker.
I love that you can see in the shadow.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch number 9.
Yeah, and he's not even actually grabbing them anymore. He's just mindlessly moving his hand.
I could have sworn it was possible to hear him hum the dun, 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 dun.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Gosh. I love how everyone's faceless.
Insisted on inviting him.
Why is Calico Molly?
Bum, bum. The stained glasses of his journey.
His prince waited, holding his
I love
crown.
how much of it has a fish motif. Like you see the prince.
Yeah, this prince waited for him with his crown. That
There was
gave
only
me
one
chills.
thing left to do.
But yeah, I love how because it's his imagination, everyone is faceless, including.
Bend down his head.
It's just,
Not think about that.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's
fine.
It's fine.
The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
There's only one left, but I am very over time.
Yeah, I get to play the rest of game, I believe.
Yes, so could you hit the menu button?
The
This one.
yeah.
Alright, so. Alright, a bit of a longer episode for our friends over on YouTube. I just wanted to get that section started, so. Anyways. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing and dinging the bell for notifications. And please consider giving the video a like if you liked the video. And we'll see you later, YouTube. Bye! Alright. Okay, so that episode is done. And we have one more to go.
We have one more to go. Don't forget to mark.
Yeah, I know. I think I've been forgetting to mark a good amount of them, maybe. I don't know.
Oh well.
I'm gonna start that, and then we flippy the thingy.
It's my turn. I get to play sad.
You get the... Oh gosh, yeah.
I get to do it. I get to watch people die.
I think we've been doing that for most of the game. Alright.
Alrighty.
Also, hi YouTube.
Hi YouTube. Welcome back to this. Welcome back to this.
the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
There's more missing Milton
I wish we'd
posters.
stayed.
Yeah, there's so many.
But I understand why we left.
And you're so removed that they even have their own like living space up here, their own kitchen.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
There's a cracked picture frame. Oh.
It's the same picture from down there.
That was on the bathroom door from Edie's room.
Mm-hmm.
There's Sanjay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I love that all the doors are still labeled even if they aren't doors.
Mm-hmm. But it had to end one way or another.
This is an amazing
All
bedroom.
that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
I'm impressed that those batteries have lasted so long.
Mm-hmm. You got her coat hanger. It's where her clothes were. She'd walk up into her clothes.
I imagine that was really the only place they could have put them.
Oh. It's the same models as the soldiers, but made out of books. They're asserting their dominance. And there's that same picture. She left behind an iPad.
I doubt that works anymore.
Yeah, no.
I can't open it.
Oh, I know. I was just
The
looking
whole
at the
last
text on the
day.
bottom.
Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are
Edith,
very
I
specific.
left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
I would hate this so much.
the power had been shut off that
Yeah.
morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
The one
Or
room
that
we
Edie
haven't
had a key
entered
to
yet.
it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
I find it really interesting that there's a bed here.
Yeah.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
My Edie.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
I can only imagine.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Walking in fog like
Things
this.
I'd forgotten had ever existed.
I've walked in fog that's been this thick. It's very cool.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
A toilet, the old range, an old chair.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Sewing machine.
An old gnome.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let
Oh.
go.
Scott Rumble.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Oh, and you can feel the car.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking around.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
That's some strong rumble.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Okay, there it goes.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Whew.
We both tried to make the best of it.
See,
a few years went by.
Everyone, when they get to that section, they say that that's something they always did. But I never, like, is that a thing, like, where you're the one moving your hand, or is it the wind?
You're the one moving your hand, but the wind, depending on how fast you're going, will, like, hold it up to an extent.
Hmm.
You gotta shake it.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
I think you have to move the hand.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Oh.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Oh, this is so fun.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
The rumble's going, but it's
This
stilted.
journal was supposed to be for you. never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now,
Oh, and the heartbeat
things didn't
speeds
work
up.
out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
She was only 18. Where's the house?
I still remember the first time that I had watched somebody play this game. And it had such a profound impact on me as someone who has been adjacent to death for so long. Because there are a lot of people around me who have lost people, but I've never truly been like directly affected. The closest I've had is the death of pets, and I remember specifically Lewis's section because I am a very creative person steeped in art stuff, and I was exploring more and more of that. Lewis's section was such a warning to me to not get too deep into it. And it caused me to make several decisions that have driven the way I think now, and the things I've done in like personal stories I've been writing for ages and ages and ages. That would not have happened otherwise.
Yeah. So, a lot of people when they react to this game say that Lewis's story stands out to them a lot. Walter's stands out to me for I think a lot of the same reason that Lewis's stands out for other people. Thanks, Johan. There's a whole bunch of achievements.
Yeah, there's the end, and
you can't really see them because our little icon is blocking it pretty much entirely. But yeah, this was created with so much love and care and attention to detail, and it really tried to find things that haven't really been done, at least to my knowledge, and put them in a game, and it did extremely well. This game got a lot of awards, and so did The Unfinished Swan. This is only their second game from the studio.
Yeah.
I am absolutely thrilled for whatever happens next. They said that another game is in production. If you go to their website, it has not been properly announced yet, but they have said it's something to do with nature, and they're doing like a whole bunch of research, which is really cool.
Yeah. One story I feel like in this gets overlooked a lot is Gus's. Because Gus's is so... It's so focused on the fact that if we distance ourselves from the ones, from the people we love who have made decisions that we don't necessarily agree with, that, you know, we can lose them, and we can get into a lot of trouble, and we don't reach out to them just because we're being stubborn.
Yeah. Gus's story is very interesting because it's very much rebellious teenager.
Yeah.
But you think about it, it's like he loved his mom.
He loved his mom, and
he was probably very sad when baby Gregory passed away.
Well, first he lost his mom, and then he lost his brother
Well, in the process of losing his mom, he lost his brother. The end.
Tia Tom.
I don't know if that means anything.
I don't think so.
It might mean something in Indian. I don't know. So now I can go through and replay things if I want to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, but thank you everyone who joined us for this journey of What Remains of Edith Finch. When the next game from Giant Sparrow comes out, I'm definitely going to be playing it.
Oh yeah, and I will cling to you.
Yes.
You will not be able to get rid of me. I mean, that's already true. However.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone who joined us live, and thank you everyone who watches over on YouTube's end. The videos will slowly be going out. Should be one day after another kind of thing. But I will also be uploading the stream VOD in its entirety. This has been a long stream.
Yeah.
Because
I'm hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry and I need to sleep. So, let's find someone to raid.
Yeah.
Right here.
Let's see, who
can we find? Who is live right now?
Who's alive? Who hasn't succumbed to the family curse yet?
Oh my gosh.
Listen, it's over. I can joke about it, right?
No, that's not how it works. I think. We're gonna raid into Snake Discovery. Because they are still on Baby Boa watch. I believe the Argentine boa is the one who's supposedly having babies. Anyways, wait, that's that's not how you raid.
Come on, Sappy, get it together. Thank you for being with us for this stream.
Yeah. All right. I'll send you off as soon as it'll let me. All right. Bye-bye, everybody!
Bye. Okay.
And now we quit game. Yes.
Now I'm very ready to eat, and then also...
It switched over to Rex. Alright. Stop. Thank you for playing that with me.
You're welcome. Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna go right there.